Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel, and we're back with another watch along. We have some big news for people who didn't hear it in relation to the starting 11 and the starting lineup. There's actually a good bit of news to talk about in relation to the starting lineup. So the main one, and it's news that's only been breaking the last maybe 10-15 minutes, and it's in relation to Marcus Rashford. So Marcus Rashford is not in the starting 11, and we've seen that from obviously the the release of the starting 11 is usually about an hour before the game, so we know about a half an hour or so. But only in the last few minutes, Erik ten Hag has done his pre-match interview with BT Sports and asked why Rashford isn't in the starting 11. He said because of internal disciplinary issues. So Rashford is on the bench because he done something wrong. Now we don't know what, and obviously I don't think we'll ever find out what it is. But Rashford is, Rashford's not in the starting 11 for disciplinary issues. So, huge breaking news. And of course, Marcus Rashford has been in such great form for Manchester United at the moment, the last few weeks, that, the fact that he's now out of the team because of something he done internally. Now, look, it could be something as little as, being late for training or missing or being late for a team meeting or something like that. But the one thing I will say about this, I fucking love this manager. I love Erik ten Hag. There is no bullshit with him. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're Phil Jones or you're Marcus Rashford, it doesn't matter. Everybody is treated the same. No one gets a pass. And I think I just love it. I have to say I absolutely love it. I'm disappointed Rashford's not in the starting 11 given how well he's playing at the moment. But you don't break the rules under this manager. Fucking flashbacks of Ferguson by it's brilliant. So it is. But happy days. But look, great to see so many people in, guys. United Loader, thanks for the gifts. Really appreciate it, pal. Lewis is in. Paddy is there. Anthony is in. Who else have we got? Anyone else? Riki is in. Twigs, Ben, Oshin, Michael, Niall. Good to see you guys. Yeah, smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. As you know, helps the channel out an awful lot. We're going to aim again for 20,000 likes on TikTok. So if you have a second, tap the screen a few times. And let's aim for 30 likes on YouTube. So if you haven't smashed the like button, please do. But I appreciate it. Martin is there. Much respect. Right back at you, Martin. Thanks a lot. Love your life, says Irish. Appreciate it. Irish that is in. Hi, Jack. That doesn't sound good, but it's great to see players being disciplined for a change. Exactly. I mean, look at the difference between this year and last year in relation to players stepping out of line last year. No consequences. Players kind of ran the dressing room, seemed to be in charge. Not anymore, boys. Not anymore. And it's great to see. Let's see what people are saying. Michael says late for a team meeting. Ushin says Happy New Year. All many happy returns. Twig says the youngster is in. Exactly. So every cloud has a silver lining. Garnacho gets his start and he gets it on his preferred left side. So happy days. Let's go through the starting 11, guys, and I'll let you know before we go any further. So a few things to talk about here in relation to the starting lineup. David De Gea is in the goal. Wan-Bissaka at right back. So that means that Dalot is not back yet. He's back in training, but obviously he's not fit. Varane, Luke Shaw and Malacia. So Varane and Luke Shaw again remain centre backs. So now what that does mean, and it's big news as well, is that midweek, or in our last game, Harry Maguire was recovering from illness and was able to come on. But you would expect now he should be okay to start, but he's not. Luke Shaw keeps his place. So what does that say about Harry Maguire and potentially, the point of the ladder that Maguire is on in relation to playing as a centre-back? It's not looking good if Luke Shaw is starting ahead of him. But everything else remains pretty much the same, bar what we mentioned already. Eriksen, Casemiro and Bruno in the middle. Then we have Anthony on the right, Garnacho on the left and Martial through the middle. So, yeah, it's basically only the one change, really. It's the one change. Garnacho comes in for Rashford. On the bench then we have Tom Heaton, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Brandon Williams, Fred, Donny van de Beek, Anthony Elanga, Marcus Rashford and Kobe Mainoo gets a spot on the bench as well, which is great to see as well. But great to see so many people in, guys. Let's see what everyone is saying here. Niall says Harley stuck in a transfer request, did he? I wouldn't think so. I think he's in talks for a new contract, so I wouldn't be getting too worried about it, And I think it's, I think this is great for dressing room, for the Manchester United dressing room as well. Given the fact that, these players are now going to know that, look, you just cannot step out of line here. You really can't. And if you do, you're going to be on the bench or you're going to be dropped. And we've seen it now from, the youngest of players in relation to Garnacho in pre-season didn't get a game at all, during pre-season. And now, we've seen it with Marcus Rashford. We've seen it with Cristiano Ronaldo. It's just great to see the manager doesn't take any bullshit, and I'm all for it. I really am. I am all for it. I'm just sorry, guys. I just want to get my headphones connected to the to my TV here so I can get some audio without you hearing it. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Good to see players should know they can't do what they want, says Ben. Absolutely. Alex says he's going to be brought on in the 89th minute and ruin my fantasy. Twig says, Sue, sad news about Ronaldo. It is sad news about Ronaldo, I won't lie. I think look, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Ronaldo himself. All of his talk previously about, if it was all about money, I wouldn't, I want to play Champions League. It's about passion. I don't need the money. And he goes and takes the money. So, look, that's his decision. Onwards and upwards. I think it's sad in relation to his career that this is how it's going to end. You would like to see him maybe finish it at a Champions League club. Either no Champions League club wanted him, or he decided to take the money instead. So, look, who knows? Let's see. Irishman says, United Community Channel, Happy New Year to you, sir, and your channel. And the channel does good in the coming year. Great channel, keep up the good work. Appreciate it, pal. Thanks a million. But yeah, so let's see what people on TikTok are saying. Get your score predictions in as well, guys. Let me know what you think the score is going to be. Do you think Manchester United have enough to get the job done here? Do you think it's going to be a close one? Do you think they'll run away with it? Let me know in the chat what you think. Patrick, thanks for the gift on TikTok. Really appreciate it, pal. I'm trying to get my headphones up and running here. But anyway, let's see what people are saying. 2-0 Martial and Rashford goal, says Evan. Well, Rashford's on the bench, so it's Rashford off the bench for a goal in that case. Thor says 3-1 United. Podrick says Cork on top. I think you're in the wrong live. User says 2-1 United. Digestive says 2-0 United. Gakpo with both. Oh, sorry. Fuck you. 2-1 Wolves, says Guinness. Of course. The Crazy Irishman says 6-0 to Manchester United. Let's not get carried away here now. Let's not get carried away. Alright. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this. These are not even on, are they? Oh, that's power off. Two 0 says user. Do we get to see the match? No, I'm just doing a watch along, Ronnie, I'm afraid. 2-0 United, says Tyler. Yeah, so a lot of people going with the 2-0. Ben's saying 3-1. 3-0, says Oshin. I think this is going to be a close game. I'm going to go 1-0 to Manchester United. I think Molineux has always been a difficult place for us. Look, Wolves are the lowest scoring team in the league. So, given how well we've been playing defensively, I would be surprised if we concede. I would, but look, I'm not going to put anything, past anything can happen. You would have to say it, but I think it's going to be a close game, either 2-1, 1-0, 2-1. I'm going to go with 1-0, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 2-1 either. I think it all comes down to, again, how early maybe we could potentially go out and get a goal in the game. If we can go out and get an early goal, put the pressure on Wolves, make them have to step out, God knows what it could be. But I do think United have enough to get the job done today. And these are the kind of games that you do need to be winning. You know, like we seen Liverpool last night, for example, and they weren't overly convincing. They dominated majority of the game, but weren't overly convincing in front of the goal. You know, they needed 2 own goals to obviously get the result. But these are the kind of games now for United that you do need to be picking up 3 points. These kind of 3 points need to become routine to United. These kind of fixtures, because we're going to go into a run of tough games now, mid to late January and into February. So we need to be getting as many 3 points on the board as we can before that. And keep the race for top 4 alive. Let's see what people are saying. Rashford says user, yeah, on the bench, disciplinary reasons, says Ten Hag. Anthony says Wolves are playing very poor at the moment. If we can't take 3 points, we can forget about top 4. 4-0 to Wolves, says C. Yeah, and let's see what people on YouTube are saying. As well, guys, anybody watching on TikTok, if you do want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well. Link is on my homepage, or you can just search United Community Channel on YouTube. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Full experience. Go over there, hit the subscribe button, get your thoughts into the chat over there. Yeah, if you want the full experience, we'll be over there for the whole game as well. Go check it out. Niall says, did you hear anything about Beckham involved in a Saudi takeover of United? I didn't hear it of Beckham specifically, but I have been hearing of the potential Saudi takeover. But again, look, we don't really know. This could all be speculation, but I do think we'll know a lot more, in the coming weeks and months. The Rain Group, who are over the sale of Manchester United, are looking to get basically a full sale of the club within the first quarter of 2023, which is March. The end of March. So, yeah, has to be done. Let's see. Oshin says, the only thing is Wolves have a new manager, and we all know how the new manager bounce works against United. Absolutely. And Wolves have played 2 competitive games since the World Cup, and they've won them both. So, I know Wolves are the lowest scorers in the league, but exactly what Oshin says there, new manager bounce, and we see what happened against Aston Villa when we played them. So I think we have to be careful today. Aaron is in. Good to see you, pal. Landon says, come on, you Wolves. We got a couple of Wolves fans in the chat as well. You're more than welcome, Landon. Thanks for joining us. Early halftime Tato day, says Ben. Ready and waiting, my friend. Ready and waiting. And Oshin says, Liverpool, that second one goal was sus. Should check Ivan Toney's betting slip. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, great to see so many people in, guys. If you're new to the channel on TikTok, please do hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content, as well as all of the watch-alongs throughout the season as well. And like I said, we're live on the YouTube channel as well. If you want to go over there and check that out, I'd really appreciate it for the full experience. But keep smashing the like button as well for us, guys. Alex says, they're the lowest scorers in the league and watch us lose 4-0. Come on now, positive. I don't want any of this negative bullshit. Let's go. United are in a good run of form at the moment. Now, look, everything comes to an end. Absolutely it does. These fucking headphones are annoying me. So, I'm just trying to get these headphones hooked up. There we go. Ben says, Diego Costa starting, just get him sent off. Wouldn't take much, would it? Wouldn't take much. And look, he's not the player he was, but he's still going to be very dangerous and someone you can't really take for granted. I would have... And the one issue I have with Costa today is Luke Shaw's playing centre-back. So if Luke Shaw's playing centre-back, and if I was Diego Costa, every single time my team got on the ball, I would be drifting over onto Luke Shaw and try and bully him out of the game. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah. Massive Army, thanks for the gifts on TikTok. Really appreciate it, pal. So my score prediction today, guys, I'm going to go 1-0 to Manchester United. I think it's going to be a close game. I really do. I really do think it's going to be close. Martinez will get Costa sent off. Ricky, I was thinking the same thing earlier on. I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if Martinez was playing centre back today and him and Costa having a go at each other and just fucking, you know, really going for it. I think it would have been a great watch, but look, unfortunately not. Carl is in. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. Mbappe to United. I'm feeling it, says Liam. I'd be very surprised. I really would. If it happens, great. He wouldn't be my first choice. Now, footballing wise, I would be all over it. I think he's a fantastic footballer. But if you're talking about, you know, team spirit and dressing room morale, I don't know. From what I've seen of him at PSG, I don't think he would be a positive influence in the dressing room. I just don't. Now I could be completely wrong. Maybe it's the environment he's in at PSG that's causing him to act the way he's acting, and maybe Ten Hag could be the man to, you know, bring him in and you know, really get him in. But look, I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Look, if we get new owners, you know, by the summer, then anything could happen, depending on who our new owners are. But I'd be very surprised. I really would. So yeah, I am here. Well, lad, says Thomas. Good to see you, Tom. Who do you think Man United will sign in January? I really don't know. To be honest with you. We're going to be linked with a lot. I can guarantee you that. But who we get, who knows? Cooper is in. Good to see you, pal. Costa is going to wind Shaw up all day, says Oshin. Ben says Casemiro to boss middle of the park again. Hopefully. Did the match start, says Cooper? No, we've got about, what have we got? About 13 minutes to go. And Dylan is in, says, not a surprise that the greedy yoke took the money. And we were talking about there, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, look, that's his career over. It really is. You know, look, I don't mind what he does. I've made my thoughts clear of his unprofessionalism this year at United. I'm glad he's gone. I still think he's a legend of the club and one of the greatest players we've ever had. But I'm glad he's gone. And look, he's after taking the money and running, isn't he? All of his talking, he wanted to leave United because of no Champions League football. He wanted to play in the Champions League. I know there was other reasons. So yeah, look. Yeah. Let's see. Has it started, says Rosa? No, we're starting at in about 12 minutes. Just under 12 minutes. What's wrong with Rashford, says Andrew? Disciplinary reasons, Andrew Ten Hag said. So he could have been late for a meeting, or I don't know. We just don't know yet. Mickey is in. Good to see you, pal. We ain't signing no one in January. The Glazers are going to screw us just so they get the biggest amount of money possible out of the club before they leave. Ben says, don't agree with that he's done, but would you turn that money down? I would turn that money down if I already had Ronaldo's money. Yeah, I would turn it down. You know, I mean, how much money do you need? Really? You know what I mean? Really, how much money do you need? If someone rang me up now and said, Jack, you don't need to do them watch-alongs anymore. We're going to bring you to Saudi Arabia for 2 years and give you 200 million a year. I'd say, see, boys, you'll never see me on YouTube again, and I'd be gone. You know, but when you're Cristiano Ronaldo and you have the money that he has and the endorsement deals, and he'll continue to make money off his endorsement deals until the day he dies. You know, I don't think he needs an extra 200 million. You know what I mean? Stay, take a massive pay cut, go back to go back to Sporting Lisbon, where you started, play in the Champions League, win the league with them, and go out, with a bit of dignity. That's just my opinion, though. Sully is in. Yeah, half 12 kickoff, bud. I'm still mental that Gakpo went to Liverpool, says Dylan. Name one other club that he was linked with. Who else would he go to, says Twigs. Yeah, look, maybe the reason why no other clubs came in is because he wouldn't lower his wage demands. If he lowered his wage demands to 100 grand a week, he was on a free transfer. Lisbon would have been in for him. You would have had a number of clubs in for him. I just think he wasn't willing to lower his wage demands. That's from the outside looking in. That's what it looks like. But if he had lowered his wage demands, of course there would have been teams interested in him. You know what I mean? Absolutely, there would have, and Champions League teams as well. What did Rashford do, says James? No one knows. Only Ten Hag, and I suppose the United squad will know, but we probably will never know. And that's what I like. The last thing I want to see now is, in 24 hours time, a leak from the dressing room why Rashford wasn't playing, because then you're going back to the bullshit that we had last year. And Eric Ten Hag is doing a very good job of keeping a lot of things internal. And so I don't want to know what he done, and I hope we never find out for that reason alone. And I hope you as United fans are the same. Fitz is in. Hello from Melbourne, guys. Come on, United. 38 minutes till 2023 New Year's. Oh yes, you're ahead of us. Now listen, your New Year's in, so it's going to be 2023 in 38 minutes. Do us a favour, you're ahead of us, so don't tell us what happens, because I like to be surprised. So yeah. Won't be showing the game, guys. Just a watch along is all. Let's see. Aaron says, would you go for Neymar, or is he too old for Eric Ten Hag type of player? I would rather give Phil Jones a new 10-year contract than sign Neymar. I just name me another player in the world with a worse attitude than he has. I would stay a million miles away from him. Mickey says, the MLS wanted to see Messi and Ronaldo battle it out over there, as it's almost confirmed Messi will join Inter Miami next season. And Twig says, I'd rather he play in Saudi Arabia than America. It's basically what happened to Zlatan. He kept getting bombarded with stupid questions. And let's see. Who cares about football, says Jordan. Well, you know what you do, Jordan? See that thing on the end of your fingers, that thumb? Just scroll to the next one, my friend. Of someone with their legs spread doing yoga, and you'll be happy. The game is live on BT. It is. It's live on BT. Tony is the man for ye. Tony is the man for prison. Now at this stage, probably, if he keeps fucking betting on games that he's not allowed to bet on. Are you streaming the match? No, just doing a watch along, guys. But if you want to stick with us, we'll be keeping you up to date throughout the whole game. Jordan says, you're obsessed with football, you need to get out more, says your man that's typing on a live on TikTok. Are you in a meadow doing that? Or, I reckon you're probably hand on your in the bed. So, do something a bit creative, my friend. Let's see. You'll never walk alone. We have some Liverpool fans in the chat. You're more than welcome, guys. So you are. Graham is in. He says, this is a big game. Time to turn the screw and put the pressure on Spurs. These tend to be the games we drop silly points on. I totally agree with you, Graham. 100%. And I think it is going to be a tricky one. I'm predicting a tight game. 1-0 to United was my score prediction. So, yeah, I think it is going to be a tight one, but I totally agree with you. We need to start making these fixtures. We need to make these fixtures routine. Just 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. Start putting the pressure on. Nearly ready to rock here, guys. Just about 5 minutes to go. We're going to get the scoreboard and the timer up and running here. Sorry, the timer up and running on YouTube. As well, anybody watching on TikTok, if you do want to join the full experience, we're live on YouTube at the moment. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Go check it out. Come over to YouTube. Join the full... The score, or the starting 11 is just here. Scoreboard is here, timer is here, all of that good stuff. So head over to the YouTube channel and check it out. And hit subscribe while you're at it. Mickey says, joins the football channel, then types, who cares, and scroll on, you fool. 2-1 United, says Mickey. Yeah, anyone who hasn't got their score predictions in, guys, let me know what you think the score is going to be. Get your score predictions in. Chris is in, says, let's go. Good to see you, pal. Early start for you this morning, I think, Chris. Is it? You're 5 hours behind or ahead? I think behind. Early morning kickoff. We have a handy few games on paper. Should really win our next 4 to 5 games, but in theory, says Graham. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Graham. We're going through a little phase now at the moment where we should be picking up a lot of points. And then we go into a difficult few games, you know, middle to the end of January, start of February, we get into tough games, you know, in the league, sandwiched between the Barcelona games and things like that. So these are the kind of games now that we need to be picking up some points from. Absolutely. 7:30 a.m. There's a dedicated fan by up bright and early to watch his team. 2-0 United, says Aaron. 5-1 United, says Party Pooper. Big result there. Man United might get 8 if they're lucky, says Kyle. Phil says 2-1 United. Comments are flying in, guys. I can't get to all of them. They're all flying in. If you want a comment read out, you're best off going over to the YouTube channel and get your comments in over there. It's a lot quieter. I'll be able to read them out over there. 3-0 says Dara. 2-0 says Carl. 3-1 says Fitz. 3-2 United. 2-0 Wolves. Garnacho can make a statement, says Daniel. Absolutely. Absolutely. We will beat Barca in the Europa League, says Crazy Irishman. I hope so. And I'm going to I have tickets for the home game in Old Trafford, so I really hope we can. I'd love a ideal scenario as a 1-1 draw in the new camp, coming back to Old Trafford, because I'm going to the game, and then, you know, the flags are out like in 2008. The Believe is in the stands. I mean, come on, it'd be unreal. So it would, unreal. Just about getting ready to start, guys. Just about getting ready to go. Striker 101 says glory, glory, Man United. Mickey says Manu to come on and score the winner. That'd be a dream come true, really, wouldn't it? So yeah, I mean, this is a big game. Big individual battles here, and the main one I think is Luke Shaw, and how is he going to get on against Diego Costa? You know, so it's going to be interesting. Tony says 6:30 a.m. start here in Texas. Go man, Tony. Dedicated fans all over the world. Love to see it. Twig says, fair play, Chris. It's around 12 for me, and I'm sat down drinking a cup of tea. Pure Dawson. Brilliant. Dylan says, wearing United pyjamas and jersey to try and bring luck again. Sure, why not? Wear your United pyjamas. We might win every time. No, I made that rule. I'm not going with the United pyjamas every time, because if it turns into a lucky charm thing, I'll be fucking wearing the United pyjamas every day with the amount of fixtures we're going to have. So just the jersey today, but hopefully the collar can be up, and we're going to respect the minute silence here that's going for the late great Pele. So I think we'll all take a minute and do a minute silence with the team. So yeah, once the ref blows a whistle, we'll go quiet. I think he deserves it, doesn't he? Shout out to Pele. All right, here we go. Right, let's get the timer up and running. Last shout to anybody watching on TikTok, guys. If you want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well at the moment. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel. We've got the starting 11, the scoreboard, the timer, all on the screen. Head over to the YouTube if you want the full experience. And a lot of people after going over, I see in the chat, guys, which is great to see. I appreciate it. We have a few Sunderland fans in the chat as well, talking about Amad Diallo scoring again. He's doing bits for Sunderland, I have to say. I'm delighted for him. And we're up and running. I have a feeling this is going to be a difficult game. I really do. I really do. United playing in white. The away kit. Carl is in. Good to see you. Daniel says, hope of Rashford being out, that it doesn't change his form. I don't think so. I don't think so. What channel is it on? Says Cottle. It's on BT. Cottle. BT Sports 2, I think. Is it? No, BT Sports 1. But yeah. Today they have a game. United says Natty. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult game. This is not a foregone conclusion that United are going to win here. You know, it's going to be a difficult game. Lopetegui has him playing. I won't say playing really well, but he has him. Like their formation and their structure and all. He's doing really well with him in that sense. Now I know it's early doors for him, but early challenge there, and United win a free. It's Casemiro and Collins. Collins puts an early marker on him. Let's see. Yeah, he follows through. Studs are up slightly and probably is a free. No better player to get up than Casemiro. Wolves win the ball back though. Bruno does well. But Wolves maintain possession. Big game for Anthony here today as well. Obviously on the back of a relatively poor game the other day. But it's still early doors for Anthony in terms of his career, his Manchester United career. You'd have to say I'm not going to be in any rush to judge him in any way. Wolves coming down the right hand side, but United do well. Oh, and there's a free given for Wolves in a good position now. Good chance for him to get the ball into the box. Just Jamie says United are a dead team. No improvement since Ole. Have you got two glass eyes? Because you're not watching the same game that I'm watching, friend. Daniel says, anyone have a stream I could watch it on? I don't have BT. Maybe someone in the chat can let you know. I'm not too sure. Happy birthday to the best boss we ever had, Sir Alex, says Carlos. There we go. What did Rashford do, says Party Pooper? No idea. So, ball now played short to the edge of the box. Little routine one, but the second ball is overhit and it goes for a goal kick to United. Great to see so many people in on TikTok as well, guys. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times for us. Helps the channel out a ton. We're aiming for 20,000 likes. And if you're new to the channel, hit the follow button as well. We have daily Manchester United content. All of the United watch-alongs throughout the season as well. So make sure you hit the follow button. United struggling to keep a bit of possession, and Wolves are coming here. And that looks like an offside, and it is an offside, yeah. United have a free out here. Sam says the Leicester defender from yesterday must have been devastated. Yeah, I mean, 2 own goals. I think, so, was it said yesterday, it's the first time since 2009, I think, that someone scored 2 own goals in the one game. It's not a good stat to have, it really isn't. I can see already with the Wolves shape, it's quite good, and United's transition from defence into midfield, not that they're struggling to get the ball out, but the options are not automatically on because of the Wolves' good defensive structure. And they're going to be difficult to break down here today. Good pressure there by Martial. He does well to get the ball down in the corner. Back to Anthony. Back to Martial. And then on to Casemiro. It's good play by United here. Oh, tried to slip through. Martial goes down. And it's a corner to United. Good pressure there by United, you'd have to say. ZSN, thanks for the likes, my friend. I really appreciate it. Edmund says United didn't need Gakpo. Well, look, I mean, we were all kind of saying when we were linked with Gakpo, is he going to come in as a number 9? And I don't think he ever was. And do we need another wide player out on the left? We already have Rashford. We already have Sancho. Corner now, near post. Oh! Casemiro with the header. And it took a deflection and went over the bar. His header was on target. He makes a lovely run near post. Header's on target. And one of the Wolves defenders just turns his back. And it hits his shoulder and just pops up over the bar. Or hits him in the chest. Good corner there. A good header by Casemiro. Knocking on the door early here. Another corner now. Eriksen is going to swing it in again. And this one is clear, but it comes to Garnacho on the edge and his strike is over the bar. Unlucky. Decent first 5.5 minutes or so here. Dylan says, I'm going because you're a bit ahead of me. I'll be back after the match. No problem, Dylan. Appreciate it, pal. Edwin says, this is coming from a Liverpool fan. Yeah. But again, Liverpool are not short of wide players either. You know what I mean? Especially on the left-hand side. You know, I know, is it Diaz is injured? Or not? Is it Diaz? Yeah, it is Diaz. And nice bit of skill there by Anthony. And he's linking up well with Wan-Bissaka. Bruno. Oh, lovely little 1-2. Just slightly ahead of Bruno. I think it's gone for another corner. It's good link-up play by United. I hear the Stretford and the rising. I see there's trouble on the way. Don't go out tonight. Let's red and white. Love it, George. Which part of Manchester are you from? It's this small little part to the west of Manchester called Ireland. United enjoying a nice bit of possession here in the opening 7 minutes. Here's Garnacho now on the left-hand side, and as usual, he looks to take the full-back on. Cross into the box, just a bit long, goes for a goal kick by Martial. Got bought the new top by the wife, had Ronaldo put on. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, look, just keep it. In 20 years' time, you'll still have it with Ronaldo on the back. You know, just for this season, it's a bit of a waste. Well, I won't say a waste, but a bit of a nightmare. Could have got Garnacho on it. Although I'm hesitant to, you know, if I was getting a jersey now, I don't think I put Garnacho on the back of it either, because he signs a new contract. He's going to be changing his number probably next season anyway, you know. So I rarely, I mean, look, I don't have one on the back of my. I rarely get numbers on the back of the jerseys because it's so fickle, like, you know, like. Could you imagine someone getting Phil Jones' name on the back of their jersey when he first signed that first year when he was playing really well? And in 20 years' time, you look back on it going, the fuck did I put Phil Jones on the back of my jersey for? You know what I mean? Here's Wolves coming now. Again, good cover play there by Varane. Clears the ball. No messing. Chris says, I got one of those. Oh, you do? Yeah, you do have Garnacho on it. Yeah, but look, I mean, like, I wouldn't be overly concerned about it, you know. But, like, I mean, there's probably nothing to worry about now that I think of it with Garnacho, because unless he changes his number mid-season, you know, there's going to be a new jersey out next year, and if he has a new number next year, then, you know, I don't think you can change your number mid-season, so you're probably safe, you know what I mean, if you do even have it on him. Cottle has a Fred jersey. Oh no. You should just get the number taken off of it completely, Cottle, and just underneath Fred just put the red, and just as if it's the mascot. Great to see so many people in, guys. Keep smashing. Oh, geez, we're over 10,000 likes already on TikTok, which is great to see. Keep smashing the like button. If you're new to the channel, guys, do hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content, all of the watch-alongs. Here's Wolves coming up the left-hand side now. Varane comes across the cover. He's one-on-one. Good block there, but it's a corner to Wolves. Good defending out of Varane. And again, guys, anyone who wants the full experience, if you're not watching on TikTok, we're live on YouTube as well. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11 all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Chris says, I can say I got it when he was first starting, first to the party. You're first to the party, absolutely. Twig says, my friend has a Pogba jersey, oof. Corner now to Wolves. A good header away there by Casemiro. Wolves a key possession though. Edmund says, would you be happy if you finished top 8? No. I wouldn't be happy if we finished top 8. I think, look, Champions League has to be the goal, you know. And I think if we can make a few signings in January, I think it's we certainly have the quality to get into it. If we can stay relatively injury free and, you know, things like that. But Champions League has to be, and I was speaking about this on the well, I'll tell you now. Here's Neves coming. No, that's not a free. Yeah, well done, Casemiro. And United can break here, can they? Martial, can he get the ball wide to Garnacho? He can. And United are breaking in numbers here. Garnacho needs to get his head up. Oh, he just loses it. He is unlucky. And Wolves eventually clear their line. Luke Shaw now, don't get caught with Diego Costa. Does really well, Luke Shaw. So speaking about it with Chris on the members only video or the members only live on Friday or on Thursday night, that I think for the current squad, getting a trophy would be fantastic and would be really beneficial for confidence and morale and all of that kind of stuff. But I think for the long-term vision of Ten Hag and, you know, where he wants to take the team and the club, I think top 4 is more important. Because if you're looking to build a squad, which we do need to do over the next 2 to 3 seasons, you have to be in the Champions League to get the Tier 1 players. You really do. And I think, you know, if in the January or if in the summer transfer window, next summer, we're going looking to buy, you know, Bellingham or fucking De Jong or whoever it is, you know, these Tier 1 players, and they say, are you in the Champions League? No, but we won the Carabao Cup last season. I don't give a shit, you know. So for that reason, I think top 4 is very important. I really do. Wolves are enjoying a bit of possession the last couple of minutes here and have had a couple of decent attacks, but United have kind of got back into position now, and United, I mean, United are working quite hard when they're not in possession, which is good to see. Oh, great tackle by Wan-Bissaka. They expect nothing else from him. Ricky said, I had Blomqvist on one of my jerseys. Nothing wrong with Blomqvist. I'm listening to the audio book of the new United. It's called 99 treble season and all that. I'm listening to the audio book of it at the moment, and it's very good. And Blomqvist scored some good goals that season in 99. Giggs only played 20-something games in that whole season with hamstring injuries, and Blomqvist played an awful lot of them. Good old Jasper, bye. My cousin used to have a Grant jersey, the goalkeeper, says Edmund. Graham says, I think loans are the best we can ask for in January. There won't be any money coming in till the club is sold. Carl says, people buy goalkeeping jerseys? Will Arsenal win the league, says Owen. I don't think so, Owen. if they do, it's going to be a brilliant and amazing achievement. Really will. I just don't think I don't think they can last the pace. I just don't. Now I think they're 100% a shoe-in for top 4. 100%. But I don't think they'll win the league. I really don't. If they do, all you can do is hold your hands up and congratulate them, you know. Top 4 and Europa League or Carabao Cup win, and I'd be over the moon, says Graham. That would be ideal. If we could get top 4 and win a trophy, that is a good season for Manchester United this year. It really is. Ten Hag's first year, if he can get a trophy, get top 4, you know, keep rebuilding the squad, brilliant. My issue is if we don't get top 4, I think the overall progression of the team could be delayed by a season or two in terms of Ten Hag's vision and where he wants to bring us and things like that. I think if you get top 4 first season, bosh, you're signing better players, you know, in the summer window. And if you can get a trophy under your belt, the players that are already there from the first season with Ten Hag have a lot more confidence going into the second season. So that's ideal, really is, you know. Audiobook, you can't turn your own page, it says Chris. Yeah, well, if I'm out for a walk with the dog or with my daughter in the pram, audiobooks are brilliant. Oh, a little slip ball by Ericsson. Oh, Garnacho! Oh, follow up. Oh, Anthony, get into the tackle, man. Oh, no, Anthony, he had the ball. The keeper pulled out and so did Anthony. Oh, so a slip ball in by Ericsson. Lovely to Garnacho. And Garnacho had a shot, and it comes back out to a Wolves defender who plays a back pass to the goalkeeper and leaves it really, really short. And Garnacho is in, has his shot. Good save by the goalkeeper, and the rebound comes out to Anthony. Goalkeeper's closing down. Both of them pull out of it. Should be 1-0 to Manchester United. Really should. Great chance there. Great chance. Speaking of 99, I have the away kit. The one Giggsy scored his iconic goal in. Nice. Ocean says the only thing Blomqvist did wrong that season was the pass to Keane versus Juve. Got Keane the yellow. Yeah, that's right, actually. Yeah, he had a shit season. What am I talking about? Could you imagine being an Everton fan with Sigurdsson jersey or a Man City fan with Adam Johnson? They'd be getting burnt. Them jerseys would. Would Rashford have scored that, says Daniel? Who knows? Who knows? DXU thinks so. Who do you think will win the Europa League, says Fandon? I mean, it's a tough one to call. It really is. I certainly think Manchester United have a chance. Arsenal will have a chance. But you have also, you know, the Champions League teams dropping down. You know, I think, are Atletico Madrid in it? Barcelona are in it. Ajax are in it. So it's going to be a difficult one. Really is. Best Manchester United captain, says Kai. Do you even have to ask? Roy Keane. Varane with a clearance now. Is it going to come to Garnacho? Don't foul, don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. Nah, he fouled. Great to see so many people in, guys. Anyone watching on YouTube, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, right-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner. And make sure you hit a like on a thumbs up on the video as well for us. Great to see so many people in. Just waiting for the keeper to take the free, but it's been a decent opening. We're rolling up on 19 minutes. It's been good. It's been lively. United have had the vast majority of chances, you would have to say. Obviously, that Garnacho chance was the big one. And Casemiro's header from a corner. But United have been doing well so far. Chris says, where are these ads coming from? So since the channel was monetized, Chris, YouTube inserts ads into lives. So not everybody sees them. So they're kind of, some people are picked for them and some people aren't and stuff like that. So there's nothing that can really be done about it. Just hit skip. You know, it's all part of the monetization of the channel. So yeah. Who is the best number 7 in your opinion? Says the grouped. The best number 7 in United history. Jesus, that's so hard. Ah, man, it's so hard. I love George Best, even though I never seen him play. Brian Robson was unbelievable. Cantona. Beckham was so underrated. For a couple of years, Beckham was one of the best players in the world. And I think it was so underrated. Beckham was the De Bruyne fucking 20 years before De Bruyne was De Bruyne, you know. Ronaldo. I think if Ronaldo had stayed at Manchester United and put in more seasons of the 40 goal a season kind of seasons that he had with us, I don't think there would be any question. But I think longevity does come into it, you know. So you're probably Brian Robson, maybe. Guinness says, stop it. Good foot. That's it. About Beckham. Lad. Beckham was runner-up for the Ballon d'Or in 99. He was twice runner-up for FIFA Player of the Year, FIFA World Player of the Year. You're talking through your arse, man. Another Liverpool fan that thinks he knows everything. Anyway. Cantona says Chris. Oshin says, I'm old enough to remember Robbo and Bruce, but Keane was a warrior who dragged United. Here's Anthony now. Tries to get a strike away. Oh, deflection, and the keeper gets to it in the end. What are your thoughts on Garnacho? Says Sam. I think he's brilliant. I think for the confidence of the kid at such a young age is great to see, and I think what's most pleasing is you can see the room for improvement. He doesn't have a ceiling, which is great. So he can potentially go on to be, a world-class player if he gets his head down, works hard, doesn't let it go to his head, and, does things the right way, listens to the manager, listens to his coaches, all of that stuff. Anthony gives the ball away, and now Wolves are in the box. Strike, good block by Varane. Garnacho will get the ball on the far left-hand side. George Best didn't wear the number 7 all that often, really. Wore 11 more, but it's... Oh, Wolves are in. Great block by Wan-Bissaka. And a potential goal-saving block by Wan-Bissaka. And that's Wan-Bissaka at his absolute best. And there's been a lot of criticism to Wan-Bissaka, about his lack of attacking ability. But my God, he's a good defender. And Wolves come again here, and they've got numbers. into the box. Costa turns onto his right with a poor shot there with a comfortable save. And Wolves are knocking on the door a little bit here. Lucas is saying, good to see you, pal. It's not looking good. We're okay. We're alright. Wolves' shape and pressing game is really good. Great ball by Malacia there to Garnacho, and Garnacho wins a free in a good position. Good play by the two young lads on the left hand side there. Good positive play by Garnacho. He's just a bit... I mean, your man has a fucking fistful of shirt, you know. But it's definitely a free. But he gets a yellow card for it as well. Ronaldo to Saudi is fake news. Is that Donald Trump in the chat? It's a done deal. Graham says, who would you captain at United? I don't think Bruno is captain material. He moans too much. Right, he moaned an awful lot. I would be happy with Bruno as captain. I really am. I think he leads by example. His work rate is phenomenal. Yeah, he has a bitch and a moan, but I think what he gives you outweighs that an awful lot. So I'm happy with Bruno. And what I'm happy with more than anything else is we now have a team where there's a number of different captains within the squad. You know, you can have Bruno as a captain, Eriksen, Martinez, Varane, you know, all captain material, which is great to see. You know, and that proves that there's a good squad there. So it's going to be Eriksen to swing the ball in here, and a good chance now from a set play by United. Goes to the back post. Casemiro back across. Oh, and it's just a little bit behind everyone. Bruno now shapes up for a shot. Goes wide to Martial. Overlap. Drags a player away. Martial squares it to Bruno. Bruno just tries to play Casemiro, but he leaves it because he knows he's offside. Unlucky there. If Garnacho carries on, I believe he can be as good as Ronaldo to 2005-2010. Maybe so, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go against that outlook. Absolutely not. Bruno and Eriksen very quiet midfield to be bypassed. That is down. It's down to that's down to how well Wolves are playing. Really is, and their shape. And Luke Shaw, we said it before the game. How's Luke Shaw going to get on against Diego Costa? And he's just after getting an absolute ramming by him. But he's after getting back up. No messing. Costa goes in nowhere near looking for the ball. Takes Luke Shaw out of it. Lucky to get away with a yellow card there. Or lucky to get away without a yellow card. United win the free. Twig says, is the lad with the brown turtleneck the Wolves manager? Yep. Lopetegui. Lopetegui. What's your opinion on if De Gea was vice captain? Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, vice captain. Bruno is vice captain, clearly, because he's wearing the captain's armband anytime Maguire is out. But, yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Andy says, Ronaldo thinks he can call all the shots. Sorry, but nobody should think. Cause this, there, that. Okay. Happy New Year all from Melbourne, Australia, says Fitz. Happy New Year. It's now the 1st of January down under. So Happy New Year to you all. I hope you're not too drunk. Here's Anthony coming out. Lovely slip ball to Bruno. First time to Martial. Oh, great block. Lovely bit of play by Manchester United. Anthony, first time ball with the outside of his foot, gives Bruno Fernandes the runner. Fernandes, first time inside over his shoulder, sees Martial making a run on his own, And the Wolves defence makes up the ground and gets a great block in because Martial strikes first time. But a corner to United. Good play by United again. Corner now. Wolves away. Garnacho on the edge of the box, but Wolves come away with it. It's going to be Anthony defending at right full here. And they're going to switch the play, but brilliant defending again by Varane. But Wolves are going to keep possession here. Don't foul him, Anthony. Cross into the box, comes out to Neves, and it's a block by Shaw. It's a corner to Wolves. We have a game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game on our hands here. That's a great strike by Neves, and Luke Shaw just stands his ground, keeps his arms down, out for a corner. And we said it before the game, United are not going to get it easy here. They're really not. Smash a like on the video, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the YouTube channel, bottom right hand corner. Anyone watching on TikTok, if you're new, please hit the follow button. Keep smashing the like button. Daily content, all of the watch-alongs. Really appreciate it. We're closing in on 21,000 followers. And we're less than 50 away from 2,000 subscribers on YouTube as well. So hit the like, share, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate it. Chris says, what are you doing for New Year's? Nothing really, Chris. Just going to take it easy at home, pal. A friend of mine living a couple of doors down. We're going to call over there about 4 o'clock. He has a daughter as well. I'm going to let the little ones play for a couple of hours. And then once it's bedtime, just go home, chill out, watch a movie, maybe open a bottle of wine. Nice quiet night. Ben says, how strange is it to see Shaw in the middle? I tell you, he's doing all right, man. He's doing all right. He really is. United should bin the number 11 shirt. It's a hazard. Seth, thanks for the gift on TikTok. Really appreciate it, pal. What's the score? It's 0-0, guys. 32 minutes gone. Good game. Chances both ends. Alice says, do you think we'll sign anyone in the January transfer window? I hope so. But I don't know. It's hard to know, really. Great little ball by Anthony. Varane steps out into the middle. And that's a tackle from behind, ref. Surely. Oh, Garnacho does really well. And it's good play by United when they lose possession. They really are working hard to win the ball back, you have to say. Can't show the game, guys. Just doing a watch along. If you want to watch the game, save up a few pound, get Sky Sports. Watch it yourself. Just here for a watch along and a chat. Twig says, why does it say we're playing City? Where? On my channel? Who do you think should take the number 7 now that Ronaldo's gone? I'd give it to Garnacho. I'd give it to Garnacho. I really would. It's on BT, not Sky, says James. Yeah, but BT is on Sky, James. You know what I mean? Lovely ball by Varane now to Anthony. Anthony's having a poor game again, lads. He's having a poor game again. Are you Irish? I am. What gave it away? Ben says Twigs has to be number 18. Casemiro. Is it FA Cup next week? I don't know. Let me tell you now. We'll have a check here. Fixtures. No, we're playing Bournemouth on Tuesday. And then we're playing Everton in the FA Cup on Friday. Any news on Sancho? Says Kelly. Yeah, so he's back in Manchester, but he's going to continue doing his own tailored personal routine training. He's not going to join back in with the group yet. So yeah, that's the update so far. Again, look, as we know, Ten Hag doesn't give an awful lot away. He's trying to keep as much in house as possible, which is good. You know, protecting his players. I'm all for it. Wolves get out past the United's press. Here's Costa now with Wan-Bissaka. Wolves cross to the back post. Varane. Oh, he's just everywhere, Varane, isn't he? He reads the game so well. But Wolves keep the ball here. Oh, poor first touch. And it goes for a throw to United. Kevin says, Sky Sports, nearly €100, 100 quid a month these days. Yes, so I get broadband channels, Sky, and then all of the sports channels on top. It's like, it's 100 quid for the first 6 months, then 120 euro, I think, after that. So, yeah. Lovely first touch by Garnacho now, and he's going to size up the fullback, plays a little ball to Malacia, who gets a ball into the box. Header! Anthony! Oh, right at the goalkeeper. Oh, good play by United. A big switch all the way across to Garnacho. Lovely little overlap by Malacia. Gets a little chip ball back to the edge of the 6-yard box, and Anthony is there, but he's backtracking a little bit. Can't get enough purchase on the header. And when he does, it's right down the throat of the goalkeeper. But good play, but good chance as well. Apparently the option in January are Mitrovic signing, Morata, Depay or Felix on loan. Who are you taking out of those? Well, Morata I wouldn't take. Mitrovic or Felix I would be happy with. The other two, I mean, Morata has played for every club in Europe at this stage and he's done fuck all for any of them, really. You know. Party Pooper says, what happened to Sancho? Is it injury? I don't think it's injury with Sancho. I think it's more mental. You know, if he needs time to refocus his mind, maybe he has a little bit of mental health issues. I don't know. It's just speculation. But it's good to see that, you know, Ten Hag is giving him the time he needs, you know, and is not rushing him back. So I think it's very good management. I really do. Just getting him out of the public eye, let him concentrate on his own thing for a little while and not to be worrying about, you know, getting into starting 11s and performances and things like that. So I think it's great management. Bring me Mitrovic, says Chris. Jared says Varane is doing very well. He's everywhere. He's been phenomenal since he came back from in the couple of games since the World Cup. The last game during the week, he could have easily been man of the match, and he's been really good so far as well. Bezlo says, what about Mbappe? 150 million? Nah, we won't be getting him, especially not in January. Pookie to Man United, you can keep him. Riley says, tell me why you can't show the game. Because of copyright issues. Do you think BT Sports or Sky Sports would just let anyone show their coverage without paying for it? One person reports it on TikTok and then my whole channel gets shut down. So, can't show the game. Would you go for Messi, says Podrick? Nah. And look, don't get me wrong, Messi is unbelievable. He's still brilliant. But it's not the profile. You're going for short-term solutions. And that's, look, we've done that. We've been down that road. You know. Kevin says, remember Park Jimmy Sung? We need another like him, cheap and cheerful. Yeah, absolutely. Man has 4 lungs. Wolves now have a throw in United's half. Coming down the right hand side here now, looking to get a cross in. Pulls it back to Neves. Neves, lovely ball in, and the header between Casemiro and Veranda done enough. And Costa got a small touch on it, but it was an easy, comfortable pick for De Gea. And United are struggling to keep a bit of possession here. Wolves are hounding. They're fighting like wolves. You know. United are struggling to keep possession. Yeah, we're losing possession too easily, I have to say. The last few minutes. Wolves have been knocking on the door the last few minutes as well. What have we got? About 3.5 minutes of normal time to go. 0-0 so far. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, Anthony gives a cheap ball away. I wouldn't be surprised if we seen Marcus Rashford on here, even at half time. He's been out warming up the last few minutes. And if I was going to be taking anyone off, I'd be taking Anthony off. I think Garnacho's looked lively on the left. Put him over onto the right hand side. And bring Rashford in on the left. That would be my choice at half time, but I'm not the manager. Here's Wolves coming now into the box. Cross. Gets to the back post. Malacia does well to clear. Good tackle by Bruno. But again, Wolves are mopping up the second ball. And the ball goes out for a throw to United. Keep smashing the like button, guys. Nearly at 15,000 likes already, which is great to see. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the follow button on TikTok. And if you want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well at the moment. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, starting 11, all of that good stuff on the screen all around here. Go check it out. Be great if United could get a goal before half time here. Here's Malacia now. Martial. Casemiro. Just a bit loose by Casemiro, but wins the rebound. That's come on, referee! That's a free! Fucking referee is annoying me. Toss on Ronaldo to yeah, he sold out. Didn't he really? Went for the money. Eriksen now. Varane steps out into midfield. Gets a wide to Anthony. Anthony, poor cross again into the box. Wolves clear their lines, but goes all the way back to De Gea. Ryan is in. Good to see you, pal. So yeah, we're just rolling up on the 45-minute mark. Probably going to be a couple of minutes of added time. Here's Malasia now. Ball into the box, cleared at the near post. United win a throw. It's interesting to see as well. You kind of noticed the difference in added on time in the World Cup compared to back to the Premier League. I mean, we've had 1 minute of added time. If this was the World Cup, you would have had 6 or 7. You know, I just don't know. It's hard to know which format was right. You know, are the officials in the Premier League getting it right, or were the officials in the World Cup getting it right? I don't know. It's hard to know. It really is. Here's Bruno now. Bit of space. Shapes for a shot. Goes wide to Garnacho. A great chance here now if we could get one. Garnacho onto his left. Digs it in. Martial! Anthony! Oh! Oh no! Fucking Jesus. They couldn't finish between the two of them. Oh, it looks like it was offside in the end, but Jesus Christ, they were throwing their heads at it. They didn't know what to do. They were all over the gaff. Martial heads it. Couldn't get it. Anthony gets down, he should have kicked it, but he throws his head at it. They couldn't put it into the net. It was probably going to be offside in the end, but just still should be finishing them chances. Right on the brink of half time. Would have been a great way to finish it, wouldn't it? Half time. Anyway. Half time, guys. 0-0. An exciting first half, you'd have to say. Yeah. Lucas says, trying to beat Goldbridge so bad. Lucas, go over and watch him if you want. I couldn't give a toss. What's the score? Says Jake, 0-0. 0-0, so it is. I mean, it's been an end-to-end first half. It really has. How it's still 0-0, I don't know. But yeah. We're going to do our half-time potatoes. La 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 la. Jesus. Eating potatoes at 1 o'clock in the day. I just want to get some water. I'll be back in a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Olan, the dog is behind me. Move, Mess. Move, Messy. Go on, Messy. Go on. Move your bum. Goodbye. Goodbye. Back in a second. Talk amongst yourselves there if you don't mind. Oh, Jesus. No, mess on. Mind your little paws, buddy. Goodbye. We're back. I see the Stretford and the Rising. Great. What was the United chant? What's your favourite United chant? Anyone actually in the chat? That's something that now that it's half time, we're going to have our potatoes. What's your favourite Manchester United chant? I have to think about that one myself. Oh, I know it. I know it. Ben says Park. That's a really good one. Viva Ronaldo. Anderson son. That's a good one as well, Peter. My favourite one is well, I'll think about it. Oh, what a night. Late in May in 1999. All they scored a goal in injury time. What a feeling, what a night. Oh, what a night. Late in May in 1999. All he scored a goal in time. What a feeling, what a night. That's my favourite. Come on, everyone, all together. Oh, what a night. Late in May in 1999. Oh, God, golden time. What a feeling, what a night. Here's Guinness in. 99 was the last time, alright. We won it in 2008, you fucking fool. Anyway, greatest season in history. Greatest, well, it's the greatest team in English history as well, so, you know, say what you want. Is this how we're going singing in the new year? Yeah. The United Singing Channel. Oh, Shay, that's a good one, Chris, as well, yeah. The George Best one, Ben, is brilliant as well. For anyone who doesn't know the George Best one, wait now. Guinness. You just said it was a poor league back then. Oh, my God. You're literally showing your total lack of knowledge. A poor league back then. My God. My God. Liverpool were more of a threat back then than United are now. Arsenal and Manchester United were closer than Liverpool and Man City are now. And you're saying it was a poor league. You're a fool. You really are. But yeah, the George Best song is brilliant. Going on up to the spirit in the sky. It's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go on the piss with Georgie Best. Liverpool and City by far the best two teams of the era. You're a fool. You're an absolute fool. So you are. Really, really. Like, for you to just have so much, you just have the blinkers on, man. Take off the blinkers. You know what I mean? You'll be a lot happier, I promise. You know, just open your mind just a little bit. Liverpool, the best team of the era. Like, Liverpool, the best team of the era. Like, did you win a double outside of the 2 cups that you won last year? Did you win a double in one season? And we won the treble, and you still think that Liverpool were the best team of the era? You're a fool. It's just typical Liverpool rhetoric, really, isn't it? He won the treble. He did, yeah. You just said there, we won the treble. No, you didn't. You won a treble. You didn't win the treble. And that's the difference, my friend. There's only one team to ever win the treble. And it's them. And until that day, someone will do it again eventually. They absolutely will. But until that day, there's only one team in England that has ever won the treble. That's them. Fucking Liverpool fans. We won the treble. Yeah, the fucking treble me whole. What a fucking shower of deluded people by. Anyway, this is fun. Why was Rashford benched? Internal discipline. Mr. Giffies. That's according to Ten Hag. Now, we probably won't know. we probably won't know the full extent of it. And I don't think we should really know. You know, so... Seth, James, thanks for the gifts, guys. Really appreciate it. Again, who wins? 99 United versus City or Pool? I think the 99 team would beat the Liverpool team. I think they'd beat them quite comfortably. City, on the other hand, City are on a different level, so I think that would be a toss of a coin. I really do. But anyway, great to see so many people in, guys. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Hit the follow button if you're new to the channel. We're on the road to 21,000 followers. Yeah, really appreciate all the support, all the nice messages, all of the banter. Really enjoying it. It's crazy. We're closing in on 2,000 subscribers on YouTube as well. So if anyone on TikTok, if you're new and you want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well at the moment. Click the link on the homepage. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11 all on the screen. Closing in on 2,000. Even if you want to stay on TikTok, I'd appreciate it if you click on the link on my homepage. Just hit the subscribe button and then you can come back. We're closing in. But yeah. 2,000 Muppets. Well, Sean, you're here chatting as well, pal. So, you know, and you're here and without wanting to be here. And you're putting up stuff like that. So, listen, man, we're bulletproof. You're not going to try and get me down, my friend. You little weasel. Wolves away. Gotta give it to you, lad. United playing good so far. And Diego Costa literally cannot finish. Well, I tell you, mate. You haven't been that bad either. I have to say. Your defensive shape is really, really good. I'm really impressed with that. And you're dangerous on the counter. There was a couple of periods throughout that game where, you know, for a few minutes you had us up against the Kosh. So I think this game could go either way still. I really do. Thoughts on Anthony, says FC. Hasn't been playing well today or the last day, so he's going to have to up his game. Quick, fast. Graham says, Liverpool fans will never admit that their team was ever bad. They're so deluded. At least we'll admit we've been shite team for the last few years. That's like if United won a pre-season tournament and charity game and a Mickey Mouse Cup, we go around saying we won 2 trebles. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but as Cottle said, put your Bangkok Century Cup medal on the table. Yeah. No Liverpool fans have that. Emerald says, any word on why Rashford was dropped? Internal discipline reasons. Emerald, we won't know the full extent. Ten Hag won't tell us, and he's right. So let's we can all speculate, but no one knows. Ben says, if the guest bet Rashford was late or something to a team meeting or coach or something like that, obviously a guess. Yeah, I'd say that's what it was. Rashford doesn't seem to be the type of player that's going to start shouting and roaring and giving out. So I'd say it was something simple like that. Nathan Collins is a unit, wouldn't be a bad backup. No, I wouldn't be turning him down. Alex says, very good challenge from Nathan Collins on Martial. The Scousers got Bangkoked against United. Mark says, Garnacho has played brilliant so far, given Semedo problems. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we were saying earlier, is that if Ten Hag is to make a change now at half-time, get Rashford on, I'd be taking Anthony off ahead of Garnacho. Absolutely. Emerald says, glad he was dropped. Shows the character of the gaffer setting high standards. That's what it's all about, man. That is exactly what it's all about. You know, and it's such a contrast from last season. You know, to seeing all these leaks from the dressing room and players giving out and backstabbing managers and coaches and things like that. And Ten Hag came in, bosh, done. No bullshit. If you fucking speak out, you want to be in this dressing room, you do it my way or fuck off and play with fucking wolves. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Manager not taking any bullshit. And you see all of the good managers, Klopp, Guardiola, fucking Conte, whoever it is, all of these top managers, do not take any bullshit. They're in charge, and if you don't play by their rules, you're out the door. And jog on. You know. No club or no player is bigger than a club. Ronaldo. Just trying to wind up the Ronaldo fans in the chat, that's all. Alex says, would you put Rashford on the right? I'd probably, to be honest, I wouldn't really mind, given how well he played on the right the other night and scored a lovely goal. I would probably put him on the left though and put Garnacho on the right. What are you barking at? Nobody's safe in that squad, says Cottle. Twig says, I'm only joking, I'm sure Liverpool also have a Bangkok Century Cup medal as well. Yeah, they have a runners-up one. Funny stuff, funny stuff. Banter. Rashford is on. He's on for Garnacho. That is fucking annoying. That is very annoying. I don't agree with the manager on that one. I really don't. Fuck's sake, I thought Garnacho was doing well. Yeah, that's annoying now. Really is. Right, we're up and running again. So Diego Costa is off for Wolves as well, and Adama Traore comes on with his big fucking greased up arms. And Wolves in the corner straight away from the kickoff. What's the scores? 0-0, guys. The second half is just after kicking off. I mean, I really don't agree with the Rashford for Anthony, or the Rashford for Garnacho. I would have took Anthony off. Way it's gone for Ten Hag. Watch Anthony go score and we'll be like, oh my days. Well, if he does, then, you know, Ten Hag's a manager and we're not for a reason. I don't know. Maybe he's seen something we didn't. Corner now to Wolves. It's flicked on. United should clear their lines here, and they do. Rashford now coming up the right hand side. Anthony is ahead of him. Oh, Rashford makes another lovely run. Eventually he gets smothered out. But United, yeah. Good old greasy hands, yep. But he greases his arms up on purpose, he says. He was doing an interview with Tubes or someone before. And supposedly he doesn't go to the gym, he said. But he does, he greases his arms up on purpose for when he runs past people so they can't grab onto him. I'd say his missus loves him. Here's United now. Bruno Fernandes. Bit of a heavy first touch. Gets away from him. And Wolves will come away with the ball. And it's old slippery arms coming away with it. Old bags of pace. Jeez, he's still going. He's still going. Crosses the ball to the back post. Varane is there with a header. Yeah, United deal with it well. Casemiro onto Anthony. Anthony, gets very lucky. And he gives away a throw. I mean, fuck me, lads. Anthony's not playing well at all here. He's taking too much out of the ball, not getting his head up. Oh, slippery arms there. You can see Luke Shaw trying to grab him as well and just gone. Podence is down here. Oh, is he a belt in the face? Oh, he got a stud in the face. Pure accident. He tackles Anthony and Anthony goes down, and just the way he's going down, his heel hicks up and just kind of catches him on the bridge of the nose. Robin says, Casemiro couldn't even lace Rodri's boots. Alright, okay. Go back to bed, will ya? Anyway, great to see so many people in, guys. Smash a like on the video. We're over 20,000 likes already. Let's go for 40,000 likes if we can before the end of the game. And if you're new, hit the follow button. Closing in on 21,000. If you want the full experience, anyone on TikTok as well, like I said, we're live on YouTube. Link is on the homepage. Scoreboard, timer, starting 11, all on the screen. Wide screen. Get it all in. Go over, hit the link on the homepage. Go check it out and hit the subscribe button over there as well. But, yeah. User said 10 pence. We'll have to bring on Rashford to save you. He's already on. You should just do a little bit of research before you comment. Anyone who had Kroos and Modric next to them would look good. Same as Cahill next to Terry. Benji, have you seen any Manchester United games this year? He's literally been our best player this season so far. You know what I mean? Alright, you mightn't like Man United, that's okay. But don't be a dope. You know what I mean? Just don't be a dope. Open your eyes. See that, no? Remember the old Tom and Jerry cartoons where there was an episode where Tom kept falling asleep, you know, and he got two toothpicks to keep his eyes awake. Just do that and watch a couple of United games, and you'll see that Casemiro is actually a good player. Sam says, Casemiro, what player in my opinion? Billy says he's been brilliant for United. Benji says, I'm an Arsenal fan. I like United. I want to see them competing again, but Casemiro isn't all the hype. Alright, fair enough. So you fall into the Graham Souness bracket of calling him a steady Eddie, and he's not worth the hype and he's not a good player. And literally every pundit in the world has been just calling Graham Souness a fool for them statements. So if you fall into that, here's Anthony now. Go on, score! Oh, strike is blocked. And he was looking for a handball. Luke Shaw now with a cross to the back post. Bruno is there. Nods it down to Anthony. Oh, his strike is way off. And the goalkeeper picks it up. Let's have a look at this handball, potential handball. It hits him right in his wrist. It hits him right in his wrist now. His wrist is by his body, so you can understand why it isn't given. But yeah, Rashford, here we go. Martial, Bruno, blocked. Anthony. Oh, great goalkeeping. Great, brave goalkeeping there by Sarr, is it? Oh, so the ball comes to Martial on the edge of the box, gets it to Eriksen. Eriksen to Rashford. Rashford back into the box. Bruno with a strike, and Anthony is on the rebound. And the keeper is brave and throws his body in underneath the studs and gets the ball. Good start by United here. Oh, Rashford's down. He's in a bit of pain here. Oh, he's holding his knee. Don't give me this shit now. Oh, it's a clash of knees. Yeah, it's a clash of knees. This can either just be a really sore one, or it can be a fucking season-ending knee clash. It seems to be the first one. He's up. Could be a sore one, just a clash of knees, kneecap on kneecap. But if it's kneecap on fucking side of the knee, fucking ligament area, that can be a very dangerous one. United are pressing quite well now. Here's Bruno, lovely little layoff. Oh, it's a good tackle there by Pedence or Collins or whoever it was. And United have upped their tempo in the second half here, I have to say. Martial is playing really well. His link-up play is brilliant. He's composed on the ball. He's bringing players into the game. Here's Wan-Bissaka now, down in the corner. And Anthony is with him. Oh, gets the ball back to Martial. Martial to Bruno. Bruno to Casemiro. Casemiro tries to switch. Oh, that's a free on the edge of the box. Yeah, well done. Bruno does really well there. So there's a 50-50 breaking ball. And Bruno goes in full pelt at it, gets a toe on it and draws the foul in a very good position here for United now. About 6 yards outside the box. Good play by Bruno. I have to say, Bruno's work rate and energy levels have been fantastic this season. They really have. I've been really impressed with him. Look, everyone is going to compare him to the first 12 months he was at United when he got bags of goals and assists and things like that. But he's playing in a different system now. And I think he even said it in an interview during the week that he's not getting as many goals and assists, but he's actually playing better. You know, so I'm delighted with how he's playing this season so far. Looks like it's going to be Bruno taking the free kick as well. And Luke Shaw is over it as well. It would favour a left footer, but I think it is going to be Bruno. Miles over the bar. Miles over the bar. Miles over the bar. But anyway, do you have anyone on your United shirt, or do you ever? No, it's blank. It's blank. No, I tend not to put it. We were talking about it earlier on, actually. I tend not to put anyone on the back of my jersey because, you know, how silly would you look if you had Phil Jones on the back of a jersey from 2013? How crap would that look now, you know? So. Oh, Wolves get the breaking ball here, and Casemiro with a foul. He's going to get a yellow card for this. Yeah, he is. And he needed to do it. He did. Wolves were on the break, and it was a smart foul, you'd have to say, but definitely a foul and definitely a yellow card. Pedence just gets away with him. He just sticks a leg in and trips him. And even the manager is doing that card. I hate seeing that. I hate seeing it. Even at local level when I played myself, lads asking for cards. I fucking hate it. Even if it's United players doing that, I just say no. Cop on. Asking for cards. Fucking bullshit. So it's going to be Ruben Neves here now on the other end. We've seen Bruno blaze one over the bar. This lad can certainly hit him. He's a little bit further out. But this lad can certainly take free kicks. Ruben Neves now steps up. Oh, it's on target. De Gea with a good save. It was probably going wide. De Gea wasn't taking any chances on it. Keitlock said the best right back in Kilkenny. Maybe at one stage. Maybe at one stage. Asking for cars is a wanker move, says Twigs. Yeah. Ben says, I agree, Jack. You should be booked yourself for doing it. Yeah, I think you should. Wan-Bissaka with a good header, and Rashford comes up the right-hand side now with it, with some pace. Wan-Bissaka tries the ball through the channel, but it's easily dealt with by Wolves. Oh, good defending by Malacia, and Bruno slips. Gives possession back to Wolves, but they go for a throw for United in the end. Peter says, had Vidic, number 5, on mine. Loved his chant, actually. Nemanja, whoa, Nemanja, whoa. He comes from Serbia. He'll fucking murder ya. Nemanja, whoa. That's probably one of the best ones ever as well. What minute are we in? The 59th. What part of Kilkenny? Kilkenny City. Chris says Neves is class. Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? Oh, that's a loose one from Wolves now to Anthony. Anthony inside to Bruno. Back out to Anthony. Wan-Bissaka's on the overlap. But he comes back inside. Casemiro, oh, the lovely ball to Bruno. Oh, Bruno pulls away. He was probably offside, which he was. Great vision by Casemiro to pick him out. But Bruno just didn't check his run. He went far too early, and he didn't finish. He didn't finish it either. But yeah, Fred is coming on for Ericsson. So one thing I will say about this manager is he is not afraid to make changes. Fred the Red is on. Let's see, can we change some of the players on the screen for everybody. So Ericsson is off. Where's Fred? Fred is on. And then Garnacho is off. And Rashford is on. There we go. So yeah, anyone on TikTok, guys, we've got the starting 11 on the screen, or the current 11 on the screen. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, all of that good stuff. The full experience. You want to go check it out. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel. Here's Anthony now. Lovely ball by Malacia. Put Anthony away into the corner. Cuts in on his left. Cross is blocked. Wolves clear their lines eventually. But United keep possession here with Casemiro. United putting a bit of pressure on here. Bruno now. Everyone dropping out. No one going into the 6-yard box for it. Everyone's dropping out. Bruno puts the ball in the 6-yard box, and there's no one there. Good ball by Bruno. Aaron says, Jack, I thought you played left back on the bench. Very rarely I was on the bench. Smile Jack, says Ben. Shaw, that's class. Big tackle, wasn't it? Referee got it wrong though, I think. Shaw's playing well, I have to say it. Nice little 1-2 with Bruno and Fred here. Now here's Fred. Can he slip someone in? Anthony is running across. Good defending. Rashford is on the hunt. But Wolves eventually cleared their lines. But again, Shaw is in a good position to win back the ball. Martial now. Casemiro. Rashford. Back to Martial, and United win a corner. 0-0, Tommy. 0-0 so far. Nearly 63 minutes gone. Oshin says Anthony's not really firing, is he? He ain't. He ain't, I'm afraid. Maguire for Anthony. Is the big man going up front again? Jesus, are we that desperate for a goal? I don't know. Bruno now short to Shaw, who crosses the back post. Varane, Casemiro, it's bobbling all over the place. Wolves eventually clear their lines. Comes to Luke Shaw. Gets it wide to Bruno. First time cross. Who's there? Oh, great defensive header. Martial was all over it. And it goes for another corner to United. Good pressure by United here. We really need to take one of these chances though. We really do. Corner to United coming up here now in a minute. Oh, my nose is itchy. I need to cut my nose hair. Short corner again. Back to Bruno. All the way out to Anthony, who puts one into the box. Very good ball, Luke Shaw. Oh, he never got a touch on it, did he? Oh, it looks like it's a goal kick, which means Shaw did touch it. Great ball by Anthony to the back post, and Luke Shaw makes a lovely run all the way around. It does look like it touches Luke Shaw, but I think one of the Wolves defenders just gets a touch before Luke Shaw does, and does enough to put him off. That's a goal kick. United knocking on the door here. That Wolves manager making a right fool of himself. We need 3 points here, says Chris. We do. We do. 0-0 so far, guys. Great to see so many people in. Nearly 25,000 likes on TikTok, which is great. And here's Wolves coming now. United a little bit stretched, but here's Traore now with his pace. Comes to Neves. Neves with the ball wide. Comes to Johnny. Oh, good defend him. Oh, that's a free out, ref. Come on, ref. Fred tries to clear, but Wolves are pressing high. Oh, Fred does really well to win the ball back. Good play by Fred. Really good play. And puts in a nice ball to Bruno in the middle. Good play there. Harry says 1-0 Pedence. Harry, I'm literally watching it on BT Sports. You can't be ahead of me unless you're at the game. And if you're at the game and you're watching my live, you should be ashamed of yourself. 0-0, guys, still. Oh, ref! Big challenge there. Fucking studs up on Fred. Fred gets back to his feet, but he's in a bit of pain. It looked like a really heavy challenge. Again, we'll have a look at it again, but here's Anthony now on the right. Back to Casemiro. Cross is blocked. Casemiro with a strike. Goes wide. David says, game any good? Yeah, it's a good game. Have to say. Do you know what? That challenge, studs are up. Are we better without Ronaldo? Yes. Yes, we are. Absolutely. Fergie tying goal on the great man's birthday. Wouldn't it be brilliant? Wouldn't it be brilliant? Sorry, I had to pop out of the room. Who did Fred come on for? He came on for Ericsson. He's played well since he came on. Are VAR not looking at that challenge, says Usheen? I think VAR only come in, Usheen, if the ref gives a yellow, and then they can change it to a red. But outside of that, I don't think VAR gets involved in challenges. Thoughts on Wan-Bissaka now, and with that goal, or with the assist the last game. Look, I've always said it about Wan-Bissaka. Going forward, you know, as a modern day attacking fullback, he's not really up to it. But as a one-on-one defender, I would have him above 99.9% of fullbacks. His one-on-one defending is phenomenal. It really is. But overall, as a modern day fullback, you can't just live on one-on-one defending alone. You have to be able to go forward. Now, he has been doing well in the first two games back. You know, this is the third game. He's been playing well. So I don't think he's going to be I don't think he's ever going to get in ahead of Dalot once Dalot is fit. And I don't think he wants to be second fiddle. He wants to play first team football. So he's probably going to have to leave for that reason. But I certainly don't dislike him. I really don't. I mean, there's not many lads that had Mbappe in their pocket defensively. And he did that night in Paris. He absolutely dominated Mbappe in that game. And for anyone who wants to see it, just an out-and-out, a very good defensive performance, out-and-out, fucking proper defending, just go back and watch that game. It was brilliant. Ben says Wan-Bissaka has been Wan-Bissaka. You know what you get from him. Yeah, absolutely. Who's the Donny Crane on the ground? I'm not sure who it is. Kevin says United should be going for Harry Kane. I have a sneaking suspicion we will go for him in the summer. I have a sneaking suspicion we will. I mean, if we're looking for an out-and-out number 9 who's proven in the Premier League, doesn't get much better than Harry Kane. What's the score? 0-0 so far, guys. Chair, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it. Great to see so many people in, guys. What have we got? Nearly 350 people watching on TikTok. Great to see. If you want the full experience, head over to the YouTube channel. We're live over there as well. Link is on my homepage. Scoreboard, starting 11, timer all on the screen. Go check it out. Wolves are fighting. Oh, it's really good by Collins. And Fred gets in and has to make a challenge. Gets a yellow card for it. And again, a free kick in Neves territory here. And unreal run by Collins. Steps out, wins a great challenge on Martial and goes around Casemiro. Fred eventually has to foul him because United hadn't got numbers. It was a professional foul by Fred. Had to take him out. So it's going to be Neves here again in a similar position to a few minutes ago. He got the last one on target. Here he is again now. Strike goes low, hits the wall. But Wolves maintain or retain possession. Malacia wins it back though. Good play by United. Just little triangles at the back, keeping possession. Comes to Malacia now, has room to run into it. Tries to play a ball to Martial, but it's too long, it's too heavy. That's the worry now with the likes of Ericsson gone off the pitch. Is you're just taking that extra player out of the game that can just put them fucking finesse balls through, you know. Good stepping out there by Luke Shaw, reading the game very well. Bruno slips in Martial. Oh, he can't sort his feet out. Come on, Anthony. Fucking banana feet. De Gea comes all the way out and clears his lines. United have gone quiet the last few minutes. We're not getting Rashford into the game as much as we were in the opening 10-15 minutes of the first half. Looks like Donny is going to come on here as well. Here's Wan-Bissaka now on the right. Edge of the box now to Anthony. Cross with his right foot to the back post. Casemiro is there, but does well. Gets it back to Malacia. United just keeping a bit of possession here in the Wolves half. It's the way to do it. Just be patient. Left to right. Oh, Malacia, first touch, son. Nearly goes out for a throw. Malacia is struggling against, in the physical side of the game, against Traore. Here's Fred now. Fred goes all the way back to the Wolves goalkeeper. Dale is in. Good to see you, pal. Aaron says, how's the table looking? It would put us level with Spurs on points, but Spurs have a better goal difference. So this is basically, I know Spurs are, I think Spurs are playing later in the day maybe, or but this would be technically our game in hand as of now. If it stays like this, we'll go level on points with them. So, I mean, a win. We need to get a win here. We really do need to get a win. It will put us up into fourth. Put the pressure on Spurs going into their next game. Here's Rashford now up on the left. Little 1-2 with Bruno. He's in the box! Yes! Yes! Marcus Rashford! Yes! Fucking hell, this kid is on fire at the moment. Go on! Now, there was a slice of luck in this. But a lovely little 1-2 with Bruno. And it just kind of... There's a defender goes in. I'm not sure who it was. Sticks a leg in. And the far goal, the far side of the goal is open. You're saying, hit it. But whatever way it bobbles to him, he just decides to put his foot through it. Goes near post. And the keeper hasn't got a chance. Ball is switched. Great switch by Casemiro to Malacia. Malacia onto Rashford. Rashford plays a ball to Bruno. Continues his run. Lovely first touch. Oh, there wasn't. No player got it. No Wolves defender got their foot on it. Rashford is strong. Shugs him off. Gets the power behind the shot. Buries it near post. 1-0 United. Come on. That kid is on fire at the moment. On fire. Fucking lovely. Collar goes up. Yes. The collar goes up. Fucking nice one. Let me change that scoreboard. And that's a bit of relief. There now. The collar is up. We're winning. Come on. Hit the follow button if you're new. Come on. Chris says, no collar on my white jersey. Ah, take it off. Swing it over your head, Chris. Lovely. United are 1 up. Happy days. Happy days. Now, the question is here, are Wolves going to step out? And is that going to create maybe more opportunities for United in behind? United are going to have to be careful here as well, though, because Wolves, this whole game, haven't gone away. They've been a threat, you know, maybe just getting into the final third and their final ball, but United have to, you know, remain on their toes. Lovely ball by Rashford, putting Bruno away. Martial is inside if he can find him. Oh, and Martial stopped his run because Bruno was kind of half stumbling over. If he had continued his run and stayed on side, would have had a chance. But here's Wolves coming again now. Casemiro, fucking brilliant defending by Casemiro. Absolutely brilliant. Dale, you are the good luck charm, man. Don't ever leave. Great goal. They're just showing a replay of it here again. A lovely little 1-2, and he's strong. Players hanging out of him. No, get off me. Sees the little opportunity then to take the strike. And just puts his foot through. It goes near post. No stopping it. And he's smiling. He's smiling again. And you've seen the reaction of Erik ten Hag as well. Doing that and being delighted for him. And you can have these little things internally where, you know, he didn't start because of discipline reasons. Doesn't mean the manager has fallen out with him. It just means the manager has a code of conduct. And if you go outside of that for any reason, it's not impersonal. You just have to, you know, take the consequences on the chin. You know. Brilliant on. Delighted for Rashford. Van de Beek is no longer coming on, it looks like. Oh, what a ball by Neves. Put Wolves in, but in fairness to Anthony, he does really well to get back and give a hand. Malacia with a good slide tackle. Great defending by Malacia there as well. And Fred does well to win a free. Good play by United there. Good defending. Dale says, can't remember who said it, but someone here said Rashford will come back good before the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone was doubting it. Rashford was playing well before the World Cup as well, you know. And we said it at the start of the season. We said it, and I said it a lot in a lot of my videos and a lot of my lives, that Rashford has one more season to start, you know, playing well and turning it around. Because the previous 2 seasons, he was not good. You know, there was talks of will he leave and this and that. And look, you have one more season to prove yourself. He's fucking done it. And some. So he has. And I'm delighted for him. I really am. It's great to see, you know, a homegrown United player back. You know, after you know, a difficult period. Really difficult period. Back with a smile on his face. Back scoring goals. You know, and even with this little disciplinary thing that happened with him and Ten Hag. Ten Hag doesn't hold any grudges against anyone. It's nothing personal. You go outside the lines, you get punished like anyone. And he comes on, scores a goal. Manager is happy for him. He's happy. It's the way it should be. Brilliant. But anyway, let's take a breather. Van de Beek is on for Anthony Martial as well, guys. Which, you know, you're looking at maybe a slight change in formation. You know, wouldn't say a straight 4-4-2, but Luke Shaw's playing really well. He reads the game really well, so he does. I have to say, he's had a good game again today, Luke Shaw has. Jared says, I heard Rashford was in the starting 11 this morning, but he got dropped because apparently he was late to the coach. Maybe so. Maybe so. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Because the more you do it, or the more of these I suppose disciplinary things that happen to players, the less likely players are to fall out of line, you know. Andrew says, your shirt is disgusting. Andrew, so's your profile picture. How is your FPL going, says Jordan. Do you know what? I haven't changed it since week 1. I forgot all about it. I'm going to have a quick look now and I'll tell you. And I think Rashford is actually in it as well. Yeah, I have 15 points so far this season. Or this week. Alexander-Arnold got me 8 and Rashford is currently on 6. So yeah, Haaland is captain. De Bruyne, Foden, Cucurella, Cresswell, Martinez. I also still have Luis Diaz and Jesus in my starting 11 though, and they haven't played in weeks. So yeah. Anyway. But anyone, guys, if you do want to join, we do have a... Oh, Rashford is in again! Oh, it's 2-0! Rashford! This kid is on fire at the moment. And he's absolutely after changing this game for Manchester United. Oh, my God. This kid is on fire at the moment. And United are going into the top 4. United are in the top 4. Brilliant, brilliant goal again. Now, I don't know if this is going to be looked at because I was reading the chat while it was going on. Rashford gets in. Oh, he's big and strong again. Nah, well, it hits his hand on his arm, but his arm is by his side. You know, now, I don't know if it changes the fact if it impacts the goal, if it still hits your hand. I'm not sure what that rule is. Now, they're saying in my ear here that it is going to be ruled out because it hit his arm. Right, so they're saying it's going to be disallowed regardless of whether the handball was accidental or not. Which is, and look, if that's the rule, that's the rule. Yeah, goal disallowed. Goal disallowed, handball. Ah, that's a pity. And Ten Hag is not happy. So he's not. I mean, it's... Look, I know the rule is the rule, but is it a harsh rule? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, look. Rashford scored 2. I mean... Ten Hag is not happy about it. He's up with the 4th official. He's really... And it's good. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. Shane says, great to see him respond so well to Ten Hag. Also see him responding to being dropped for disciplinary reasons. Brilliant. So it is, Shane. Absolutely brilliant. The group said, brilliant goal. Yeah, it was. Great goal. Problem is consistency, says Ben. Yeah. Absolutely, pal. But United need to be on their toes here now because Wolves are not going away. You know, and we've still got 4 minutes of normal time to play, and there's going to be a bit added on, I'd say. But this will be a very big 3 points if we can hold on. Bruno with a lovely turn. Oh, Bruno tries to get Rashford in here as he... Oh! Good defending. Good defending. Gets it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Rashford has been so lively. He seems to be playing a bit more through the middle now since Martial went off. Oh, Casemiro's there again to defend. And there he is again linking up and draws the foul. It's fucking class. Whoever said Casemiro is not good in that chat, if you're still there, you're an idiot. So you are. Anyway. Jared said, you said 1-0, remember? Yeah, so my prediction was 1-0. I think there's 3 predictions in a row I've got right. And do you know the funny thing about it? Well, it's not funny, it's fucking annoying. I haven't backed one of them in the bookies. Kyle says, there you are, Kyle. Oh, you're back. Casemiro has passed it. You're a numpty, so you are. Oh, man. Free to Wolves here now on the halfway line. Great to see so many people in, guys. Smash the like button. Hit the follow button if you're new to the TikTok channel. Really do appreciate it. Daily Manchester United content. All of the United watch-alongs throughout the season. Make sure you're hitting that follow button so you don't miss out. And if you want to join the YouTube channel, we're live over there as well. We've got the scoreboard, the starting 11, the timer, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage. Check that out as well. We're live over there for all of the watch-alongs as well with the full experience. Great to see so many in over there as well. But I appreciate everyone's hitting the follow button as well, guys. Waiting on the free kick to be taken here. Marcus Rashford gets a yellow card because he kicked the ball away. That's going to be Ruben Neves to pump the ball in deep. Get it in deep. Ball played to the edge of the box. Good header there by Casemiro. But Wolves are going to get a throw out of it on the far side. So it's going to be 5 minutes of added time according to the commentator here. Donny van de Beek looks slow nearly. It's kind of not up to the pace of the game more than anything. Malacia is defending well, I have to say. In terms of the one-on-one defending and the actual positioning and things like that, he's doing very well. Physically against Traore, obviously, it's like a father playing with his son, you know, just pushing him off the ball. But, you know, oh, wished, here's Donny van de Beek, and United have 3-on-2 here, 4-on-2 nearly. Pick out a pass, Donny. Bruno on the left. Donny goes around, draws a player, strike. Oh, keeper saves it. Keeper saves. It could have made more of that. Donny was, the kind of counter-attack was slow. Donny kind of didn't make up his mind quick enough. And Casemiro, brilliant. Gets the ball wide to Donny, who has a bit of space here. Rashford, nutmeg to Bruno. Rashford again. Oh, he pulled out the tackle. He would have been in if he got into it. Bruno wins it again. Donny again. Yes! Go on, Donny. Now, pick out someone. Quickly. No, you're too slow. This is some game. Oh, great tackle by Malacia. And the ref gives it free. Ah, bollocks. This is some game. And Wolves take it quickly. United need to just settle down now and keep their shape. Bruno into another tackle. That's the way to play the game. Come on! Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. That's the way to play the game. Bit of passion. Hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button. Smash a like on the video. This is some game. It's great. I love watching United these days. Really do. Now we'll take a breath and a drop of water. I have a sore throat after this. Donny gives away a free just inside United's half. Shane says, best live stream on YouTube, keeping me well entertained while I pretend to work. That's what we're here for, man. I appreciate it. We need more goals, says Chris. Shane says, what's the table now? I'll let you know in 1 second because here come Wolves with Traore. Good defending again. Fred clears the lines eventually. Donny gets on it. Donny gives the ball away. And Rashford is not happy. United need to keep working here. Cross into the box. Luke Shaw steps out with a good header away. And United need to keep working. Wolves are looking to more lively. Great ball in and a header goes high and wide. Oh, goes for a corner. What a ball in. And the ref is after giving a corner here. Let's have a look. Brilliant ball in. And it looks like it was Raul Jimenez gets ahead. But Varane gets a touch. Oh, yeah. Varane boy with a brilliant defensive header. Engies, man, you're not going to fucking ask people to subscribe to your channel on my channel. So Alanga is going to come on for Anthony. And Maguire is going to come on for Fernandes. Maguire comes on for Fernandez. Smart out of manager, you'd have to say. And Elanga is going to come on for Anthony here. So we've got 2.5 minutes to go, but it's a corner to Wolves here. Fire in the belly, Fitz. Fire in the belly. Need to hold on. Wolves have been good though. I mean, if they score, I'll be disappointed, but I wouldn't hold it against them. Corner comes in. Varane with a great header. Ruben Neves gets it wide, back out to where the corner was taken. Casemiro slips. Oh, but Wan-Bissaka is there. And it goes for another corner to Wolves. Wolves are piling under pressure here in the last couple of minutes. 2 minutes to go. Squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time. United need to be on their toes here. Corner comes in. Oh, what a save by De Gea! Oh, and Casemiro nearly puts the ball in his own net, but puts it out for a corner. Oh, point blank save. Raul runs front post. Gets a brilliant header on it, and De Gea just boom, point blank saves it. And I think it's Harry Maguire goes to clear his lines and puts it out for a corner. Fucking hell. Squeaky, squeaky bum time here. Another corner here. It's going to be an in-swinger this time. United need to defend it here. One hung up. Maguire with a great header and wins the second one. Brilliant headers there by Maguire. And Donny comes out to win the second. Just couldn't get to it in time. Wolves keep possession. They're going to try and pump the ball into the box, but Fred is hassling and harrying. Does really well. Wolves head the ball on. Varane is there with a header. Wan-Bissaka gets up. Does well. Oh, there's a push, ref. A free out. Well done, Wan-Bissaka. Great defending by United. Last ditch defending. This has been some game. It really, really has. And Lopetegui is given out in his brown turtleneck. Yeah, hands all over his shirt. Free out. United can just slow the game down here now. We've got 20 seconds to go. If the ref is going to add something extra on, I don't know. Sam said, just found this channel today. Definitely coming back for games. You're more than welcome, Sam. We're here every United game, my friend. De Gea with the big ball. Oh, just keep it safe. Well done, well done, well done, well done. This is going to be last chance saloon for Wolves here. Ref looks at the watch. Yes! A massive 3 points. And Ten Hag goes over and gives everyone a big high five. That is a huge 3 points for Manchester United. Really, really is. Absolutely, and we said it before the game, didn't we? That this is going to be a difficult game. A lot of people were saying, United will walk this one. And I said it. I predicted a 1-0 victory to Manchester United. I thought it was going to be close, and we did get a close game. We got a very close game. But on the performance of both teams, you'd say United probably do slightly deserve the victory. If Wolves had got an equaliser there, or if it had finished 0-0, you would have been saying similarly enough, it's probably a fair result, but I'm delighted, absolutely delighted. United are, after getting another 3 points on the board, happy days, finished 2022 strong. Let's have a look at the league table here. So Manchester United are into the top 4. We finish 2022 in the top 4, which is absolutely fantastic. Happy days. So, let's see. So, we're in 4th. We're 2 points ahead of Spurs, which is great. But now we do have the same amount of games in hand. Spurs are in 5th, and then Liverpool are in 6th. 2 points behind them. So, we're 4 points ahead of Liverpool, 2 points ahead of Spurs. And it's been a great end to the year, has to be said. Spurs, let's just have a quick look at when Spurs are playing again. They're playing tomorrow at home to Villa. So the pressure is all on Spurs now to try and get back into the top 4. Really is. So yeah, happy days. What else have we got today? Man City are playing later. Arsenal are playing Brighton, which is going to be an interesting one as well. But I mean, what a game of football we've seen. I've really, really enjoyed it. I have to say, from there was one or two. What is your man has purple hair? Jesus. Anyway, what was I going to say? Niall says they're the kind of games that build confidence, and they really are, Niall. I agree with you 100% there. They're the kind of games that, that when you come to the end of the season, you'll say, if it's top 4 you're going for, when you come to the end of the season, you'll go, that game, remember that game on Wolves that we got out there with a 1-0 win? That's one of the main reasons why we got into the top 4 or whatever it is, but let's do maybe player ratings while we're on, because it's been such a good game. We'll do player ratings. Let's start with De Gea. De Gea, I don't think he had an awful lot to do today, if I'm being 100% honest. But when he was called into... Get your score predictions in as well, guys. As I mentioned the players, let me know. 1 to 10, let's say 6 is the average. But I'm going to give De Gea easily an 8 here. Sorry, guys. I have an itchy nose. Fucking annoying me all day. But I'm going to give De Gea an 8. He didn't have an awful lot to do, but when he was called into action at the vital moment at the end there, where we needed a save, to keep the 3 points, he was there. His positioning was right, and a lot of people will say, oh, sure, it was an easy save, it was right at him. Yeah, but you don't realise, the 6 or 7 seconds before that, where he's getting himself into position, he's on his toes, he's in the right area, bosh, there he is. Right full-back, Wan-Bissaka. I give Wan-Bissaka a 6, just a good average score. Another clean sheet for Manchester United, which is great to see. And I think it's, he played okay, played well. Obviously, his defending is very good. Going forward, he lacks a bit of what we normally see in a modern fullback. But look, a good average 6 there for him. And I'm happy he's playing well. Malacia on the other side, I give Malacia 7. I'm going to give Malacia 7. I think he linked up a lot more than, say, if we're giving Wan-Bissaka a 6 on the other side, I think you have to give Malacia a 7. He linked up better going forward, and he defended quite well also. Now, there was occasions that we mentioned throughout the game where, especially in the second half when Traore was marking him, where Traore just went, see you later, pal. Obviously because of the size difference. But his positional defending and being in the right area to intercept balls and getting tackles in down low, I thought he played well. I really did. Luke Shaw gets a 7 for me at the back as well. I thought Luke Shaw was very good. His positional sense is really, really good for a centre back, which I was really surprised with, and I've played as a fullback before, obviously nowhere near that level, just at local level, but I played as a fullback and as a centre-back, and when you go from one to the other, it can be very hard to adapt, but he's reading the game brilliantly as a centre-back, and I've been very impressed, so he gets a 7. Varane is just the silkiest, smoothest, shiniest Rolls Royce of a defender. He reads the game as well, so well. He's always in the right position. His heading is fantastic. He steps out really well. His ball progression is really good as well. He passes the ball, rarely gives it away in a pass. Definitely an 8 from me there. In the middle, Casemiro gets an 8. Again, I'm running out of words to describe this man. Does he do anything wrong? He can defend, he can head, he can tackle, he can pass, he can assist, he can carry the ball, he can read the game. I'm running out of words for Casemiro. He's absolutely fantastic. Another 8 today. Eriksen gets a 6. Didn't do anything wrong. Got hooked off after 60 minutes. And we were kind of questioning, is he coming on for Fred? But I have to say, Fred gave us and we get on to Fred in a minute, but he gave us maybe legs and energy and maybe the closing down that Eriksson mightn't have given us. So Eriksson just gets a standard 6 there. Didn't do anything wrong, but didn't have a bad game either. Bruno, I give Bruno a 7. I have to say, I said it during the lives there. There's rarely been a game where, now Bruno might not be getting the same amount of assists and goals, for example, okay? And let's focus on the assists for a second with Bruno. He might be getting the actual assist, but if you go back and look at an awful lot of goals that United are scoring this season, he's involved in some way or another. It might not be the initial assist onto the person who scores the goal, but he's in the link, he's in the chain, he progresses the ball. His energy levels are fantastic. He never stops, and you can see him, he's trying to drive on his teammates as well. He's wearing the captain's armband when Maguire is not playing. I'm delighted with how Casemiro, or with how Bruno is playing at the moment. So he gets a 7 from me there. Anthony on the right. Anthony was poor. I'm going to give Anthony a 5. I thought he was poor. I was really, really surprised that the change came at half time. Rashford on for Garnacho. I was certain it was going to be Anthony coming off because I didn't think he had a good... His second half was better, but he's going to have to improve his performances if he's going to want to stay in this team, especially if Garnacho is going to continue to play well and he's going to be integrated more. But look, it's still early days in his United career. He's still settling in, so I'm not going to be in any hurry to judge him. Garnacho on the left, he'll get a 6 from me. Had done some good things in the first half. Every time he gets on the ball, he looks positive. He looks to take on the fullback. He linked up very well with Malacia in the first half. They got a lot of joy between the two of them, so I give him a 6. I was disappointed to see him being substituted at half time, because I thought as the game went on, as the first half went on, he was growing into the game more and more. Martial gets a 7 from me, and I have to say with Martial, he goes under the radar an awful lot in these types of games, and the reason being is that his link-up play and how he brings other players into the team or into the game is so impressive, and it goes under the radar. He's dropping out into that number 10 role. You see him dropping out left, dropping out right at times. His close control is fantastic. He done a little 1-2 a couple of times throughout the game with Bruno, one with Rashford as well. I think he's brilliant. I think he allows us to play in a certain way just by being on the field and making these little intricate 1-2s, dragging people into the game. I'm really liking Martial at the moment. Substitutes then. Obviously, Anthony Elanga didn't really have much to do, so we won't mention him. Harry Maguire the same. Donny, when he came on, 5. Had a couple of opportunities to go forward with the ball, gave it away a couple of times. Poor pass or not poor pass, but we were 4-on-2 at one stage going forward. Donny with the ball, and he was just ambling along with it rather than actually really going, full pelt. So yeah, I think it's time for Donny to go maybe in January. Fred, I thought Fred was brilliant when he came on. We were questioning it during the live, saying, what are we doing here with Fred coming on? You're taking off Eriksson and it's Fred coming on. But the manager knows what he's doing. That man is being employed by Manchester United, and I love seeing it, by the way. Before we go any further, a big hug between Rashford and Ten Hag at the end of the game. They just showed a clip of it. Two of them hugging each other, coming off the field, smiling and laughing. Brilliant to see. But yeah, we were questioning, oh no, he's bringing off Eriksson and bringing on Fred. But Fred gave us the legs, the energy in the middle that we were starting to lack. Wolves are starting to get on top, and you could see straight away when Fred came on, he was closing people down, he was winning these tackles, and when he was getting on the ball, what was he doing? Giving it to Bruno Fernandes. It's not my job to create. Here, you do that. I'll do this over here. So I was impressed with Fred. He gets a 7. And then last but not least, Rashford. Rashford gets a 9. He's just brilliant. I don't care what anyone. He scored 2. One was disallowed. He was unlucky with that. Absolutely. That's the laws. Not giving out about, not saying it should have been a goal. That's the law. So we won't dispute that. He's so positive. He's back to his old self. He's big. He's strong. He's looking to get at players. He's looking to get in the box. He's looking to take shots. You know, he's smiling again. I'm absolutely delighted. So Rashford for me, 9, man of the match. Absolutely brilliant. And a great victory. Ten Hag gets an 8. And the reason why he doesn't get a 9 is because I still think he should have brought off Anthony instead of Garnacho at half-time. But other than that, I thought he got it spot on. We see before the game with the disciplinary reasons for leaving Rashford out, got it spot on, you know, and we were all questioning it. But onwards and upwards, happy days. You know, great result for Manchester United. We finished the year in the top 4 on equal games with Spurs, 2 points ahead of them. Brilliant. You know, we've got some games coming up as well, guys, just to let everybody know. So we are, let's see, fixture-wise, we're playing Bournemouth on, is it Tuesday? Let me see. The 3rd. Yeah, we're playing Bournemouth at home on Tuesday, which you would be hoping is another 3 points. You really would. And I mean, we're going from Bournemouth then into an FA Cup game, and then we have the EFL against Charlton. We then go into a string of potentially difficult fixtures. We have, in the Premier League, we have Man City, Arsenal, Crystal Palace and Leeds in the space of a month. You know, so we really do need to be picking up. Again, today was vital to get 3 points on the board. And then as well, 3 points hopefully against Bournemouth on Tuesday night and cement that top 4 place as much as possible. So yeah, loving how United are playing at the moment, loving the positivity around the club, love the manager, and I'm loving the live watch-alongs. I appreciate everyone who's been in, guys. Fantastic, 42,000 likes. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content, all of the watch-alongs throughout the season. If you have a second as well and you're watching on TikTok, there's a link on my homepage for the YouTube channel where we do lives over there as well. Please do me a favour and hit the subscribe button there. 1-0 to Manchester United. United are in the top 4. I want to wish you all a happy new year. I only started the channel back in April. And we're nearly at 21,000 followers on TikTok, 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, nearly. We've created a great little community. Let's not stop. Let's keep building it. I love the atmosphere. I love the banter. There's a few dickheads, but we won't worry about them. But yeah, I appreciate everyone, guys, who's watched throughout the year since we've started. Everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented in any way. I really do appreciate it. You're absolute legends. We'll be back on, we're going to be doing a podcast on Monday night live on YouTube only. So anyone on TikTok, if you want to watch the podcast being recorded live, make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel. Link is on my homepage. And then of course we're back for another watch along against Bournemouth on Tuesday. The games are coming thick and fast. I love it. This fixture congestion is going to mean Manchester United are going to be playing every 3 or 4 days, which is brilliant for us because we get to do watch-alongs, we get to have a chat, we get to have a laugh. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. It's been a great year. It's been a great second half of 2022 for Manchester United. Erik ten Hag is the fucking man. I love him. Rashford is the man. Casemiro, even though he's ugly, I still think he's a sexy bastard. You're legends. See you Monday night. Take care.